So that's the animation you want to look for. If he tries to clamp down on the zig route, you want to hit the post. So he's staying back again. You want to take what the defense is giving you. Just because you know against cover 3 that post route should be open, you don't want to go ahead and just blindly throw it because you're going to throw interceptions. So he's stuck down. B. It's a nice play. What you can also do is, and I don't do this too often, but you do have the C route on the right side of the field, kind of a, I guess you would almost call it like a flood concept. Can put Y on in and kind of just roll out and try to make things happen. It's not extremely consistent. I wouldn't highly recommend it, but if you're facing like man-to-man, if you sense man-to-man, I mean, obviously the C route's going to come open pretty much every time. So just one more time. Nice little play to have. Your play action play, this isn't the greatest play action play. I don't hate it. But what I do is I drag A, and you'll see that the running back also goes over that side of the field, which is actually beneficial to what we're trying to do. If he actually picked up a block, you'd be creating kind of a makeshift screen. See if I can get it to work. It's not a foolproof thing. So he picked up a block. I shouldn't have spun. But the faster tight end you have, the faster he's going to get out there and get in front of the halfback, which is really what you want. Quarles is not. I think he has like 76 speed or something. He's pretty slow. So Eddie Lacy's beating him out there. But in MUT, you're going to have faster tight ends, so that should work. The other route you want to focus on this play is this dig route on the far left. You got to watch the flat zone, though, because if the flat zone drops, you're not going to be able to throw this. You're going to want to check down. So like that goes back to what I was saying, just take what the defense is giving you. And one other thing you could do, which I'm not extremely fond of, is to flat the A route. Because you just created a curl flat concept on the right side of the field. This isn't extremely consistent, but because you can see, like, Richard Sherman's just a baller, and he goes out there and snatches it. Or you can smoke screen him, cancel the PA, down pass lead, let him get upfield himself. That's another thing you can do. I mean, obviously you can't do too many audibles at the line of scrimmages here, so you're going to have to pick and choose what you want to do. If you can fit in both of them, that's fantastic. Just show you how that works. You can do that from pretty much any time the corners are back. And for Pistol Ace, I think that wraps. Oh no, there's one more play that's not a quick audible that I'm going to go over. That I actually think is probably one of the better plays from this formation that you definitely want to have in your arsenal. It's called PA Power O. It's a 4-6. And you saw me just throw the smoke screen, so that's one of the reads from this right here too. Cancel the play action because you really want to, snap around and throw that really quick. Excuse me. Because you don't want the flat to get out there. The longer the flat's occupied by the play action, the better. And then you have your crossing route from PA end around. That, just make reads. That's all I'm going to say about that. I won't go into that too much. The last thing that I like to do from this, you need a big play. Streak A or streak B, excuse me, roll out a little bit. Boom. This route gets to a really tender area of the field. It's a little bit better than corner route because it gets deeper. But it is extremely effective. So. Just watch the contains on the outside. Don't end up rolling into a contain, or else you're kind of screwing yourself over. Alright, so that's it for Pistol Ace, I believe. Oh, wait. I'm not going to actually show this play, just to show you that it's in the formation. One of the plays is the wide receiver screen. Guys, if you get DBs back, the guy's, maybe blitzing, leaving the flat open, hit him with the wide receiver screen. Hit him a couple times, he won't do it anymore. And you have the 0-1 trap, not the greatest 0-1 trap. I actually prefer funny, I actually prefer the halfback dive because the 0-1 trap leaves a gap in the line, and this is a slow developing 0-1 trap. It's not like pistol or single back ace, so I would try to stay away from that. Excuse me. The next formation is pistol wide trips. This is what I've kind of found as my base formation. Just over playing several games, I found that this is actually probably the most versatile formation in this playbook, and you'll see why coming up here in a second. I like to come out in the halfback counter, and should we go against a 4-6 or nickel? When you come out in this, your opponent's going to see 3 wide receivers. If he's a guy that, you know, just won't come out of 46, he'll just sit in 46, play cover 3, sit on the D-line and do nothing, you're going to absolutely torch him with this playbook. But just for the demonstration's sake, let's say he's trying to match personnel with you. We're going to go out nickel, cover 3 sky press. And guys, if you see something like this, it's kind of hard to tell if it's cover 1 or cover 3. You're just going to kind of have to get a feel for what your opponent likes to do. But, you know, for demonstration purposes, I know this is cover 3. So I'm not going to run this counter off this left edge because you got 2 guys off the edge. I can show you what it would look like. You may be able to pick up a few yards, but it's not going to be consistent at all. So playmaker to the other side. You're going to get some good blocking. Get up the middle. And go ham with Eddie Lacy. Next play, we're going to go over halfback dive. If he's matching personnel, you're most likely going to get nickel. And you're going to get some good double team blocks on the interior. They're going to get up to the next level. You're going to be able to hit that pretty good. Watch out for guys who like to, you know, use the D tackle and spam the A button or whatever. I just flipped the play like a dummy. Flip it back. Alright. So, you can run stick. Not going to go over that. 4 verts, not going to go over that. This is the play I will go over. It's called PA cross up. What I like to do in this formation is, again, I smoke screen the outside receiver. And for RB, you really want to have a tall catch in traffic wide receiver. So ideally, I would put Jordy Nelson over there. But I didn't go in and sub anybody in. So I'm just going to show you this real quick. Snap, throw, down pass lead, you get upfield, get about 5 yards. Again, I'm not going to throw the same route. I'll show you the deep corner route, and you're going to see why you need a tall catch and traffic wide receiver, because he doesn't break hard to the sideline. He kind of just drifts over there while looking at the quarterback, so it's definitely helpful to have somebody that can get up there, get a bad throw, because the DB can break on this ball pretty easily if it's a bad throw. As you see, Sherman going ham, doing what Sherman does. This route you would think is really, really good against man-to-man. It's not bad, and it's not really good. You just need to, you know, watch the leverage of the DB when you're facing man-to-man. Rolling out does help this a little bit, now that I look at it. So you can do that. You can try to create a makeshift screen like we did in the other play, because it's the exact same halfback route. Sometimes you get stuck like that and completely worthless. If you can fit another audible in, you may want to put X on like a slant, because that deep post, show that real quick, it's a really tough throw. You can hit it sometimes, but I don't recommend this throw. You would definitely need 2 tall catch and traffic wide receivers on your team to make both of these throws an option. It's actually more consistent than I thought it was originally. So maybe that's a real thing. You know, you learn something new every day. So See, he cut it off that time. He had inside leverage, so he was able to break on the ball pretty good. But as I said before I went over this formation, this is probably the most versatile formation because of the personnel. You want to come out in your counter, but you also can get to single back doubles, 2 clicks backwards. You got your inside zone. If the left edge were open and you don't want to run a counter, you need a couple yards. You don't want to risk a linebacker shooting the gap on the pulling guards. 1 click back, you got single back wide trip zone weak. Or if you're running hurry up and you need to pass the ball, click over 4, gun bunch weak. I'm gonna go over gun bunch weak more when I get into more of the passing plays. So that's the audibles from there that I actually tend to use. I use that pretty much every game because I like to run hurry up sometimes. So next formation, we're gonna be out of pistol. We're gonna be starting to move more into the bulk of the passing plays from this playbook. There are some good plays from wide trips weak. Just some other things to note. This play, Casey sticking up, the slant route on the left is similar. It's actually a little bit deeper than the indie book where I showed the single back doubles middle slants. That route does a really good job against cover 3. The problem with this formation is the audibles are just god awful, so you can't really use it. There are some good plays just built into it. You got halfback base, read option, yada yada yada, wide corner, which they're pretty decent. Snugs I only use to attack really deep down the field if I need just a huge play, which I mean maybe once in 10 games I'll run PA Casey seam and just chuck it up deep. Bunch weak. This is one of my favorite formations from this playbook. The play I usually come out in to start is called KC Divide. This is also found in, I think, the Broncos playbook, maybe. So we're going to go against nickel. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll go against nickel. If they're trying to match personnel with you, let's just assume that your opponent would try to do that. This is the kind of look you're going to get from nickel. Now, this play is really good stock, as the D lineman swats it down. But a way you can make it better, I think, is, well, you got to pick and choose where you want to attack the defense. So if I wanted to attack the seam here, I would either slant A, hit RB right there, or you can put him on an in, which I'll show again, and it has pretty much the same effect from what I've been seeing. Maybe he gets a little bit more open with the in, maybe not. You can use that. This out route out here to Jordy Nelson, if this was cover 1, you would just absolutely roast cover 1. Show it to you again. That's found in a lot. You don't have that in your arsenal. You definitely need to add it because this is something that a lot of people are running, and man coverage really has a tough time against that. Even sometimes cover 4, if you have like, let's just say for argument's sake, I put A on like a quick hitch. Let's see the hook zone takes that. So it's not too much of an option against cover 3, but it does pull the blue zone out of the way for you to hit the seam. What you can also do is put Eddie Lacy, put your running back on an option route, and if this hook zone drops down to take him, down pass lead this crossing route. If you don't down pass lead, you're gonna run into some bad situations where the corner from the other side of the field will come over and pick it off. So look how close he just got. You really don't want that. So just be careful with that throw. That's all I'd say. And obviously, like I said at the start of this video, take what the defense is giving you. Use the check downs. Don't always go for the big hitters. If this X route is open, take it all day because the verticals have, cleared out the zones from the middle of the field. So you really want to make your opponent try to cover a lot of different things.